Hello and welcome everyone. It is Wednesday, June 27th, 2018. New comic book day, best day of the week. And holy crap, did Christmas come today. This week, I thought, a few weeks ago I looked at this week, thought, oh, it'll be a light week, a few books here and there. And man, oh man, is there some good books out this week. There are a ton of first appearances. There is a big key first appearance that showed up today. I'll get into it all in just a second. Just be warned, there are going to be spoilers. I'm going to be showing some images throughout, and I may forget to tell you before when I open up a book. So just if you don't want to know what's in these books, just pay attention because I will be showing stuff. And if you don't want to know, turn it off. But before I get going, thank you to everybody who subscribed to my channel, comments. Really appreciate it. This week, my shout out is to Comics with Bueller. I subscribed to him a little while ago and I entered his contest, and he puts out some good videos, so check him out. Comics with Bueller, there's a link below, so sub him up if you hadn't subbed him up. Let's get into these books because, man, there is a ton of stuff to cover this week. Way more than I thought there was going to be. So a few books that came out last week that I got. Just going to run through those real quick. I got my Infinity Countdown's Champions. I got both the A and the B cover for that. I got my Infinity Countdown number 4, the Turk Mind Stone variant. I didn't get that one for whatever reason. My shop, I think they were all down. They didn't show up or they were damaged, but either way, I got it today. It finally showed up. And one that came in the mail was Justice League number 2, the 1/100 Jim Lee sketch variant. I really wanted that because that's the first appearance of John Stewart as an ultraviolet lantern in that issue. So that's a good one to get if you can get it. Price isn't too bad on that one, actually. For a 1/100, it's pretty good. For Independence, I got Walk Through Hell number 2. I believe that came out last week, but my shop didn't get it, so again, I got it this week. Another one that, when I showed my Spawn variants the other week, a couple of them are missing, so one of them showed up today. I didn't get them all. So a new one out today is, I recommend you get this one. It's Go-Go Power Rangers number 10. It's got a first appearance in there of, I got to write it down here, of Zord and Ranger Slayer. So the price is jumping up on that one, so try to get that one if you can. I found it on the shelf for cover price, so I grabbed a copy. And I mentioned this one in my top picks, and last week it's my analog. Number 1, the C2E2 variant. It's not the greatest looking cover, but just because that's been picked up, the right's been picked up for a movie on that one. That's a good one to get. If you can get it, grab it, because it's, I think that movie will do well. You never know. Some of these movies, they never actually get made, but that one I'm thinking they will. So anyways, that's it for Independence and old stuff. And one thing that I got this week, my shop had, it's a Virgin variant. This is Justice League number 1, which came out a few weeks ago, but it's, I guess each store got a gift, like a Virgin variant gift copy. So they sold me that one pretty reasonably, so I grabbed that one. That, like I say, came out a while ago, but I'm pretty happy to get that. Really liking that Justice League series. Grabbed a couple copies of the Terrifics number 5. I haven't read it yet, so if anything important pops up in there, I'll let you know. But I haven't heard anything about it, so. Wonder Woman number 49. I got the regular cover and the variant. It's a nice Jenny Friesen variant. She's doing some nice covers. That looks like a, I don't know about you, but that looks like a Christmas card from back in the day. But anyways, in the last issue, 48, there was appearance of a lot of the gods, the Dark Gods, and King Bess does not make an appearance in this issue. So more than likely he's going to show up in issue number 50, which is the conclusion of this Dark God storyline. So make sure you grab that one next week, or next issue, I should say. Flash 49, got the regular cover, and I grabbed a couple of these Matina covers. Gorgeous cover on those. Love those Matina. Man, he does some nice stuff. I'm sure a lot of you got that one. It's a really good cover to get. And that story is really good, too. Man of Steel number 5. I grabbed a couple copies of that. Really liking this Man of Steel story. And like I've said, every week it comes out, I'd say the same thing. It's issue 1000 was your first appearance of Rogolzar, and this whole 6-issue miniseries is him, and he's going to be a big character going forward. So recommend you grab all the issues in that run. I grabbed Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 47. I got the variant. It's a really nice looking variant. I don't know how I didn't show that one in my top picks video. I must have missed that one. It's a gorgeous cover though. So I grabbed that. And yes, I did grab a couple of the Middleton Batgirl 24. I know a bunch of people. I'm not a big fan of Middleton, I'll be honest. But that cover's not bad. And so, and I got to start mentioning these. I know a lot of people like Middleton, so I will make a point of pointing those out when I see something from him, because, I mean, I know they're doing quite well, so I just got to move that out of the way. But I got a couple, so got Detective Comics 983. I got a couple of the I like this variant. It's a really nice looking variant, actually. And there's a first appearance in here, so I am going to, that's your regular cover. I am going to show you, so if you don't want to know, again, be warned. But right at the beginning, you get this kind of this hostage situation. And in the background, you see this guy with this kind of this glowing face. They go through trying to figure out who it is. And the last page, you get the reveal. So you got this guy. I believe his name is going to be Karma, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But anyways, that's first appearance of that character. It's a new villain in Detective Comics. So if you haven't got 983, highly recommend you grab that one. That I grabbed a couple copies of each cover because I don't know where that's going to go, but good one to get. So that's that one. Teen Titans Special number 1 was out. I grabbed a bunch of those. Where's the rest of my books? So yeah, this is my another first appearance. So Crush and Jin and Roundhouse. Again, I'm going to show an image in here. They all make their first appearance. It's just a first appearance on the last page of the book. So I'm going to show it here. So you've got, this is basically your new Teen Titans team going forward. So you've got Red Arrow and Kid Flash. You've got Jin, Crush, and Roundhouse, and obviously Robin there too. So that is your new Teen Titans team. That was the whole point of this book, was all about introducing the new team. So that is a definite buy. That is it's just a first appearance, not a first full appearance. That'll most obviously be in Teen Titans 20, which comes out, I believe, in 2 weeks. So, or no, sorry, next week. That's next week. So yeah, that's a big one next week too. Anyways, that's it from DC, and boy, that's a good one. There's a ton of books there with all those. You got the Teen Titans 20, you got Detective Comics 983, you got that Middleton cover, and you've got that Green Lanterns cover too. They're just gorgeous covers. So that is it from DC. Marvel, Infinity Countdown Darkhawk. Number 3 is continuation of that storyline. Marvel 2-in-1 number 7. Now this is this. I mentioned they're fighting the Spider in here. Now I know there's a character called the Spider who's like a super soldier kind of a thing that's been out for a while with Marvel, but I don't think this is the same color, because this is kind of in a different universe. But I'm just going to show you a picture here, so hold tight. And you also get, it's kind of cool, you get Doctor Strange, who's got the Eye of Agamotto on his face, which is really bizarre. Kind of looks pretty funky in there. Anyways, there's this character called the Spider. He's kind of running this fighting town sort of thing. I haven't read the whole story, so I can't give you the whole rundown. But, and the artwork's not quite as good. That whole Marvel 2-in-1's been pretty good. The artwork's a little... it's obviously a different artist than this one. Miss Marvel 31. I was only able to get the regular cover. I'm going to put an image of the bubblegum cover, is kind of referred to, on the screen. It's a really good one. There is a new character introduced in here called Skunk Girl. So that is a first appearance in that as well. If you can get the bubblegum variant one, that seems to be doing pretty well. Thor number 2 is out. I got the regular cover. I got the Young Guns variant. And I also got the Deodato 1 for 25, which is an absolutely gorgeous cover. I love that cover. That was one of my picks for covers in my last video. It's just a really nice cover. He's doing such nice work. Moon Girl 32, another first appearance. You got the first appearance of Princess Fisk, Kingpin's daughter. Shows up in there, and it's not just she's throughout the whole book, so it's a first full appearance. and who knows where that's going to go. And my pick of the week, this is a definite must-buy, is Venom number 3. So you got your regular cover. There's only 2 covers from Marvel for this. There's your regular cover, and then there's your 1 for $25 variant. So if you can get the 1 for $25, I'd highly recommend it. If you can get the regular cover, get that too, because this book, you know, this one, I mentioned that Donny Cates earlier in the week had put out, there's a big reveal in here, and I am going to show images in here, so if you don't want to know, again, turn it off. And I thought it was going to be, you know, that big dragon kind of creature, because God is supposed to be coming. And I thought that's what was going to be God, but it turns out that wasn't God. So you get these creepy images of this character at the end of the book. You can see the character here. And then on the last page, you get him sitting in this chair. It's just a kick-ass looking character. So that is Null, the god of the symbiotes. So that is the first appearance of that dude, and he is a badass looking dude. I love that character. That looks so good. And this, you know, I keep saying it. I probably sound like a big Donny Cates fanboy, but he is just killing it with everything he does. And if you are not buying Venom, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know why you even watch comic videos if you're not. He is killing it. His books, number 1 has gotten to a 3rd printing already, even though the initial printing was $225,000, and people are saying, oh, no, it's not going to be worth anything. Yeah, it is, because in that book, God is coming is mentioned in that book, and the writing, Null, the name of the god, symbiote god, is in that cryptic writing, is his name, so he is mentioned in that first book. And once this takes off, it's going to take people, almost like Cosmic Ghost Rider, that's why I got him in the background. It took people a couple months to really catch on to how big this guy is. And, you know, yeah, it's a first appearance, so definitely get it. But going forward, like, man, I just can't wait to see what happens in the next, you know, because this is not just a short little run for Donny Cates. He's on this for big time. Of course, until Marvel screws it up completely and pulls him off and puts, you know, Dan Slott on Venom and turns it right back into a bowl of vanilla ice cream again with nothing to it. And if you know what I mean, so here, I mean, all you got to do, look at the artwork in this. This is a top shelf comic, like the writing and the art and the introduction of characters and the storytelling. It's got some meat to it, and it feels like it's going somewhere. Go read Iron Man #1 that came out last week. What a pile of garbage that is. Look at look at what he did to Spider-Man for 10 years. Absolutely nothing until the last little bit where Red Goblin came along. But even that story wasn't all that great. The character was cool, but the story was not very good. Like, you imagine why Marvel doesn't put Donny Cates on Spider-Man? Can you imagine how good that would be? Oh, it just pisses me off. Anyways, that's my rant. So that is it for this week. There's some really good stuff coming down the road. Next week, you've got Batman number 50. That looks pretty good. You've got Catwoman #1 coming out. Marvel, you've got Captain America #1. Cosmic Ghost Rider #1, another Donny Cates title. If you haven't got that on your pull list, and if you aren't buying that, oh man, I don't know what to tell you. Death of Inhumans #1 comes out next week as well. That's another Donny Cates one, and he's introducing a new character in that as well. So get those on your make sure you buy those. And Star Wars #50 comes out, and there's a really nice cover I got on this. I got that image on the screen. Well, you'll probably see a lot of them on there. In my editing, I'll do that. A little further out, Dark Horse signed a multi-year publishing deal to put out a Stranger Things miniseries, and that comes out September 26th. That looks really good. I got some images on the screen of the covers and that. And I love that series. That was a great series on Netflix. And the comic's supposed to be about Will Byers' kind of his time in the Upside Down world after he gets in there in the first season. So that looks really good. So anyways, let you know about that. And DC Black Label, that's got some Batman Damned #1. That looks really good. That comes out September 19th. It's kind of a supernatural horror story. So Batman and John Constantine join forces to solve the Joker's murder. Man, that looks good. It's a bi-monthly. I think there's, what have I got written down here? It's bi-monthly and there's 3 issues. So I guess it's just a 3-issue miniseries. It's going to be a prestige format. So it's going to be $6.99 cover price, but they're going to be, you know, nice stock for the cover and everything else. And Batman White Knight comes out under that label on October 9th as well. So those are a couple you may want to look at down the road. And Superman Year 1 comes out. This is another one under DC Black Label, November 2018. And then there's one, The Other History of the DC Universe, that comes out December. So that looks really good. Anyways, that is it for this week, folks. My pick of the week is obviously Venom this week. Man, oh man, you need to buy that book. That is it. Take care, everyone. Let's hope to God Dan Slott doesn't start writing it. Take care. Bye for now.